alignment and interoperability. May I invite right now Mr. Basilio Dia Arazo, Executive Director of AFA, former Deputy Minister for Coordination of Maritime, Sovereignty and Energy, Indonesia, to deliver his keynote address towards an AFA digital framework, blueprint, building trusted and interoperable digital logistics in ASEAN. Welcome.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, of course, I would like to express my gratitude and highest appreciation for the Vietnam Logistic Business Association, especially Mr. Paul Ko, who has given me this opportunity representing AFA to talk before you and sharing the views of what AFA does. Before, we already listened to the presentation or keynote speech from Mr. Thomas Sim, who is from FIATA. FIATA is a federation of associations of logistics, of forwarders associations of the world. It's an international federation. And AFA is a regional. AFA is for ASEAN, is ASEAN Federation of Forwarders Association. So what Thomas was talking, it was like a father, a father giving guidance, a father giving guidance to the son. And the father was talking about trust. And now I am the son of Fiata. I will continue to dig deeper on what the president of FIATA was saying, how to build trust. And as the son of FIATA, I have to operate the guidance from the father. Because in the regional level, I'm the one who represents the associations in ASEAN. And I have to tell our grandchildren, the national associations, that, hey, look, our father told us that we have to build trust. So today, I'm continuing to give you my presentation on how we operate, how we collaborate in building the trust in ASEAN. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Thomas Sim already gave you a fragmented idea of how this world of logistics is working. Actually, my presentation is only one slide. This slide is actually, but I was thinking like to be more professional, I do like some more slides. So I prepared 5 slides to look more professional. So, ladies and gentlemen, looking at the title of my cover presentation, actually, every shipment you see crossing our ports, or airports, or railways, and highways begins with something remarkably simple. It is just a dream of a fisherman. Fisherman from Vietnam wants to sell his fish somewhere to Japan or to Europe. And what this fisherman is doing, he is employing all of us here today. Just because of that simple fisherman, we are all now talking here, thinking about many things. While his idea was only simple, I want to send my fish to Japan, that's all. But now come the professors, come UN, come FIATA, come AFA, and come the other things. We are not creating a simple life to these fishermen. We are creating more barriers. It is the dream of a rice farmer hoping to reach new markets, a coffee producer to seeking international buyers, a seafood exporter delivering freshness across borders, a garment manufacturer building global brands, or a furniture maker sharing craftsmanship with the world. The pictures can tell you. The fisherman over there, the customers over here. Okay? And this whole ecosystem, just because of that simple fisherman, that fisherman employs all these people. You see, employs the shipman, employs the pilot, employs the, how do you call it, the captain, everyone. Just because of that simple man. Okay? So for a simple fisherman is how his tuna catch in Vietnam can reach his company in Japan or somewhere in the world. These simple people do not wake up thinking about customs procedures, digital platforms, or transport modes. They simply want to move their product safely, efficiently, and reliably to customers. But in fact, behind this simple aspiration lies an extraordinary journey. A single shipment may travel by road, sea, air, and rail before it reaches its destination. To the producer, it appears as one continuous journey, but it is really that simple. What we cannot see is far more complex than what we can. And Mr. Thomas already gave you a picture about those complexities. What we cannot see is far more complex than what we see. Let us look behind the curtain. Let us see whether the fisherman sees or the fisherman knows what we are doing. Yeah? What actually happens after that truck leaves the producer? It looks simple. It looks simple. Only one fisherman, one truck, one ship, or one plane, or one train, and then one warehouse, and then it goes to the market. But in the reality, as I told you, and also as Thomas already told you, this complexity. It, it looks simple, but simplicity is often an illusion. Yeah, an illusion. Every successful shipment depends on an extraordinary ecosystem working together. Most of it visible to the producer and the customer. Now, in this slide, we see first, there are the logistic operators. This is the hidden ecosystem, the invisible. Freight forwarders, truck operators, warehouse operators, shipping lines, airlines, and rail operators. Each performs a different role, yet every one of them must coordinate with each other. And then next come the infrastructure. Ports, airports, inland container depots, logistic parks, and cross-border corridors. Without them, trade cannot live. Without them, that fisherman's fish will stay rotten in his boat. And we are here to discuss about those operations. Then we encounter public authorities. Then we meet customs. Then we meet quarantine. Then we meet immigration. Yesterday I almost didn't pass immigration. Standards and regulatory agencies. Their responsibility is not only to facilitate, but also to protect national security, public health, and compliance. So you see that fishermen's fish cannot just simply go. A quarantine guy will come, a customs will come, or everyone will come. Their responsibility is not only to facilitate trade. So around them are the commercial services that enable confidence in every transaction. Banks provide financing, insurance manages the risk. So you see, the fisherman is employing the banks. The fisherman is employing the insurance companies. Yeah. Inspections and survey organizations verify what is being traded. They just want to see what fish are you sending. Finally, we reach the digital layer. electronic documents, as Thomas was saying, negotiable electronic documents, digital identities, secure data exchange, artificial intelligence, cargo feasibility. So all platforms will come in just because of that simple fisherman. Technology is powerful, but technology does not replace the ecosystem. It strengthens it. Now look at this network. Every connection represents cooperation. Look at this network. Every connection represents cooperation. Every exchange depends on confidence. Every successful shipment requires organizations that are independent of one another to work together as if they were one, as if all of them are working for the fishermen, but actually they are working separately, independently. This raises an important question. If the technology already exists, if the infrastructures already exist, if the logistic professionals are already there, then why is it truly seamless digital trade still so difficult? Later on, we can ask our platform guys whether it is simple for them to market their platforms. Is it simple for them to market their transportation management systems or logistic management systems? Ask them. Sometimes we think like, does it really happen? Will it really happen? Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, because the missing for infrastructure is not another port, is not another platform, is not another application, then the missing infrastructure is what Mr. Thomas was saying, is trust. So now we build trust. We often hear that the future of trade depends on digital transformation. I truly agree. But digital transformation alone is not enough. We can build more platforms. We can deploy more technology. We can digitize more documents. Yet, if organizations do not trust one another, if they do not trust each other, digital trade will never reach its full potential. Remember, UN already talked about multimodal transportation back in 1990s, 1980s, but that convention didn't work out. And after years of negotiation, now UN comes up with this new idea of negotiable documents. We will see whether this convention will work or not, will be adopted by governments or not, or will it face the same problem as the Multimodal Convention 1982, because governments are not adopting it. We will see. But in Indonesia, I'm also the executive director from Indonesia, I told the government, I have FIATA. Whether governments want to support us or do not support us, we still work. Our BL, our FIATA EBL still works. Whether governments adhere to this NCD or do not adhere to this NCD, we will work anyway. We will work out anyway. Because the industry is working. The industry has been working starting from The Hague, 1924. The Hague Convention, Fish-by Convention, long time ago already. Yeah? So, whether the government backing us or not backing us, business still goes on. I hope I'm not wrong, Mr. Thomas. And I hope my friends from AFA don't get me wrong. Okay. So, today every organization maintains its own system. Every company protects its own data. Every authority follows its own procedures. Every country has its own regulations. These differences are understandable, but together they create fragmentation. That was what Mr. Thomas was saying, fragmentation. Everyone was working in silence. So that's why now, because the multi-modal convention didn't work, then ASEAN tried to create a framework to put this idea of multimodal into operation. Multimodal framework into operation. And we in ASEAN already agreed to have this framework. So now let us see the cost of fragmentation. Fragmentation creates delays. It increases cost, it duplicates work, it introduces uncertainty over there on the right side. And uncertainty is the greatest enemy of international trade. Business is not invested because technology is available. Business invests because they trust the environment in which they operate. So look at what happens when trust becomes the foundation. Independent organizations remain independent. Governments retain their authority. Companies keep their own commercial freedom, but they begin to collaborate with confidence. Look at the left side. Trust transforms isolated systems into an integrated ecosystem. Mr. Thomas was saying about interoperability. Yeah. It allows information to move securely, and it allows business to grow across borders. Now, this is what AFA then comes in. This is where AFA has a unique opportunity. As a Federation of Forwarders Association across ASEAN, AFA is not here to replace governments. AFA is not here to replace logistic companies. AFA is not here to replace technology providers. AFA cannot do something even more important. AFA can help build the trusted framework that enables all of them to work together. Yes, I'm coming to the end. Yeah? So this is what AFA is doing. AFA has to become an interpreter, a transformer, an enabler. Otherwise, FIATA will talk to UN. FIATA is very far away to our national associations. AFA has to try to translate what FIATA is talking to UN. AFA has to translate what UN is talking to the states. AFA has to translate what ASEAN countries are talking at the ASEAN Secretariat. If you talk about digitalization, then AFA will try to tell our company members, hey, governments are telling us that now we have to try to do digitalization. Governments tell us, hey, don't be fragmented. We tell them, you are even more fragmented.
So we are running out of time, so we could really finish it.
Okay. So, we have seen the challenge. Now let us look at the opportunity. So this is an opportunity. Yeah, I want to show you that AFA can create an opportunity. AFA can help you to build the trust. ASEAN is one of the world's most dynamic economic regions. Our businesses are increasingly connected. Our supply chains are increasingly integrated. Our digital opportunities lies not only in technology, it lies in working together with trust. So AFA is uniquely positioned to help make this possible. We are a federation built to on collaboration. We connect national forwards association. We understand both regional aspirations and national realities. We envision ASEAN where trust digital trade becomes the normal way of doing business. A region where information flows securely, where business can collaborate with confidence, where logistics providers are digitally connected, where governments continue to exercise their sovereignty, responsibilities while benefiting government-created interoperability. So every country retains its own identity. Every association retains its own leadership. Yet together we create one trusted ecosystem. And we work with several principles. First one is trust before technology. Technology succeeds only when institutions and businesses have confidence in one another. Second, collaboration before competition. Third, open interoperability. Fourth, regional standards with national flexibility. Fifth, people at the center. And this is not a vision that AFA can achieve alone. It requires government, industry, technology partners, financial institutions, and every national association represented here today. So if trust becomes our shared infrastructure, then let us look at the future together. So this is my final slide. Throughout this presentation, we have followed the journey of a single shipment. We began with a producer. We discovered the complexity behind international trade. We recognized that the missing infrastructure is not technology, but it is trust. And we explored AFA's vision for a trusted digital trade ecosystem. Now let us look beyond today's challenge. So let us imagine ASEAN we can build together. So our vision is one ASEAN, one trusted digital trade. Trust is our foundation, standard is our language, innovation is our engine, and collaboration is our strength, and below is our principle. So ladies and gentlemen, by this, I end my presentation. But to build this cannot just work with words, it works with investment. It works with money. Without money, this cannot happen. So I invite you, anyone who is looking at AFA's role as an important association for its member. In Indonesia alone, Indonesia has 10,000 companies as members of the association. In ASEAN altogether, we have maybe 20,000 to 30,000 companies in our association. So this is the power. So if any one of you is looking at this as a potential to work with us, I welcome you to cooperate with AFA to make this happen. Yeah, I hope that someone of you can just raise your hand. I want to work with AFA. Oh, thank you very much. I have one hand already. Yeah. Thank you very much. I need something around $200,000 or $500,000. It's enough. Yeah, enough. Because working with this will need like 5 to 10 years. But if I have what $200,000, $500,000, $1 million, we can make this happen in 1 year, 2 years time. Thank you very much. Welcome. Work with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Arazo, for your sharing. Thank you so much.
You're a very good speaker.
Thank you.
So,
Propose
your father.
AFA digital framework blueprint
Thank you.
offers a common regional perspective on how ASEAN can move from fragmented initiatives towards practical digital